let's make lemonade. Okay. Let's go to work.
That's the signal. Go, 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 go. Six. It's beautiful. Mother Nature just pissed her pants, dude.
Wake up and hit the ground running. It's The Rush, presented by Willis Auto, with Travis Justice and Ross Peterson bringing you raw, unfiltered, and unapologetic talk about sports, life, and everything else that matters. No filtered, no fluff, just The Rush.
Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive and Willis Infinity. Save up to $10,000 on the 2026 QX80 and up to $6,000 on the QX60. Plus, take advantage of more manager specials all at Willis Auto. Get excited for the all-new 2027 Infinity QX65. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushradio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Watching on YouTube this morning, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like. Leave your comments in the comments section. You can always call the show at 515-517-2303 and follow us on our social media channels. Good morning, Ross Peterson. What's going on?
Not much, buddy. It's been a good week. Happy for Friday here. It's going to be a fun weekend. Got a lot happening this weekend.
Can I just say, thank goodness for Body Armor Light from Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottling Company. This morning, I'm drinking the Dragon Fruit Berry. I needed this in the worst way this morning. I'm a little hungover, Ross Peterson.
You didn't have your party last night. What do you mean?
I got messed up last night by accident. Yeah, I didn't set out to get messed up.
By accident.
I got messed up by accident. And Brian Duax was in the middle of me getting messed up by accident.
I was walking around, tripped and fell, got drunk. Totally by accident.
Kind of what happened last night.
I opened the door and bam, hit me in the face. I was drunk.
That's what happened to me. It's like I got the bed spins last night.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool. That hasn't happened to me for a long
time. And Ross, it happened on 3 drinks. 3 drinks.
Well,
Lizzie was over last night. Lizzie was over last night, and Owen was supposed to show up, but Lizzie started playing mixologist last night. And she made a cocktail called The Last Word. And we're running and it was the last word, all right. We're running really, really low on the green chartreuse. It's made by monks. It's this herbal liquor, right? I'm starting to think there's something in the green chartreuse because the last word is 1 part gin, 3/4 part green chartreuse, 3/4 part maraschino liquor. So Luxardo cherry liquor. They make
Luxardo cherry liquor?
Oh yeah. Yes. And then you put lime juice in it, right?
Does it just have a picture of God on the label?
Basically, that's what it is. It's like this lime green. And Duax must have known what it was because I said, hey, I'm drinking because I said, I'm running out of green chartreuse. I need this because I can't.
Yeah, he can't get it.
Can't get it. I said, well, the next time you get a case in, can you set aside 6 bottles for me? He goes, wishful thinking. When we get a shipment, it's 1 bottle. I said, well, when that 1 bottle comes in, you put it behind the shelf, you call me, and I will come and get it. Don't even put it on the shelf.
No, you won't. You'll call me to have me go over and get it.
I might do that. But I had 2 of those, and I was like feeling no pain. And then Lizzie comes in as I was watching the WNBA game, and she goes, hey, I made something else. Do you want it? I'm like, sure. And I go, oh, this is tasty. What is it? Tequila with lime juice. And that sent me over the edge. 3 drinks, not very big, 100% alcohol in like all of them except for the hint of lime juice.
Yeah. It's the only thing you just mentioned in that entire time that wasn't actual alcohol.
And Duax was like, he got you ever accidentally text somebody they weren't supposed to get something? So I send videos to my buddy Pat, and you know Pat quite well, of food we eat. Because his wife's a vegetarian, and he's on this strict no-carb diet. And now that Greta's home, all of a sudden we have like gourmet food every single night. So I send little videos to Pat to let him know. Well, actually, Brian got one of the videos. He goes, dude, that's a great spread. I'm like, oh, you weren't supposed to get that. I'm sorry that I'm showing you what I eat. That sounds kind of a little weird. But then we got into the alcohol talk, and he started doing, price comparisons for green chartreuse for me. He found a bottle online for like $100, which is, he goes, that's twice as much as what it should be selling for.
Johnny writes in and says there are herbal liquors that are close to green.
Not even close. We've tried them all, John. We've tried them, and it just does not give the same taste. The monks have it. It's made by monks. It's heavenly scent from the monks. They have like the secret recipe.
And
we've tried.
The monks have a label maker.
And exactly right. They have a story that goes behind it. We've bought into the marketing of the monks.
Oh, they got a story.
Oh, yeah. So,
wow, man. Wow. Well, accidentally got drunk. I knew that you were watching the Fever game last night. When we talked, you were just getting ready to kick off the Fever game or tip off the Fever game. But you didn't sound like you were. You didn't say anything about.
It happened in an hour and a half period. I mean, it was because that tasted good.
Yeah.
Coming out, yeah,
dude, those bed spins. I haven't had that. That is no, man. You lay down and you feel like the bed's trying to twist on you.
Well, I probably added to it by throwing in a 6 milligram. Zin.
Oh, a Zin. Now, what is Zin? Zin is your see, when you said 6 milligrams, that just means THC.
No, it's
gummy,
little nicotine. So you're like, oh, so you got the alcohol and the 6 milligram kicking in. And I'm like, oh, I gotta take this out.
That was before bed.
Yeah, or just starting to lay down.
Does the nicotine give you a caffeine-esque?
Oh yeah,
rush when you say like wake you up.
Yeah, very much.
Did you accidentally put the Zin in?
No, I just thought it'd be a good combination. Just thought it would be a smart thing to do.
See, the alcohol had disabled the good decision-making ability.
Yes, very much so.
So the accident. So I intentionally did the Zin after accidentally getting drunk.
Yes.
I can't do the the little packet things. I was fishing with my buddy a couple weeks ago, and he popped one in, and I saw it was a little white packet. I'm like, what are those? He's like, and I think it was the same thing. He's like, it's not tobacco.
Yeah.
Like, well, give me one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like I think I've got enough. I don't know this. I do know that I just don't like that vibration. I don't like that vibe of like the unnatural go fast. I feel like I've got enough natural go fast, and
but look how many times you were a chewer.
Yeah, but tobacco is tobacco's a stimulant.
Yeah,
it is. That's right.
Yeah,
I did for a long time, and now I think that's so gross.
I mean, how many times did we sit in the studio and you're like, I quit today, man, I'm done.
Oh,
2 weeks later, you come back in. I just needed to
I quit chewing forever about 9 times. I would, and usually it was fishing trips that would get me. I would say 7 or 8 times I quit chewing forever after a fishing trip. Like, okay, all right, I'm done. The next road trip. You know what would keep me awake here?
I'm with the fellas.
Yeah, exactly. That was always it too. Like, it's just me and the boys. Let loose a little. Who makes these rules anyway? I'm making the rules. Why don't
I can stop when we get back? Nobody's going to know. You might be drunk tonight because you have the East High 30-year reunion. 30 years Ross has been graduated from high school. He's going to get together and see 400 of his favorite friends.
We'll be lucky if there's 40.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of a sad deal, honestly.
Why is that? Do you think?
I don't know, man. I wish I could put my finger on it. If I could figure it out, I'd help them get more people there. You know what I mean? We've tried. We've done 10-year, 20-year. We're doing our 30-year. This wonderful classmate of mine named Laura has taken on. She wasn't even our class president. She just decided somebody's going to have to do this. So she took up the mantle and kind of started planning these things. But man, I don't know what it is. And the weird thing is the classes around us seem to have wonderful reunion turnouts. We had a great class. We never had a lot of tension. People didn't hate each other. There wasn't a lot of infighting. It didn't feel cliquey to me. I don't know. Maybe I was oblivious.
Let me ask you something.
My friends that don't show up.
Screw that. I'm not going back. I'm not reliving the high school days.
I think the one thing is man, I talk to the people that Travis, I think a lot of my friends are kind of like you. And I don't, this is what I'm about to say is going to sound like it's a knock. I promise it's not. I admire I admire this personality trait that there are some people that are like, hey, I've got enough friends. I got it. And I've got the people in my life and my life is full and I'm happy. And I've kind of moved on from those people. And I don't need to go and have the same stupid mundane conversation. I don't know I can't tell you why people don't go. I look forward to it. I'm excited to see a bunch of old people, see some friends I haven't seen in a long, long time.
Do you think the timing of it, and hear me out, plays a factor in it? So when we have our reunions, we always plan them, and I haven't gone to every one of them. I've gone to the last couple, but they plan them around the time of year where they have the town festival. So in Neola, it's Hoodoo Days, which is always around Labor Day. So a lot of people come back for Hoodoo Days, and that's over Labor Day. If you did...
What's it called?
Hoodoo. HOO-DOO. Hoodoo Days.
Isn't that the name of Sipker's app?
I don't. I think his is HUDU, right?
Yeah, Hoodoo. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if there's copyright infringement there or not. Hoodoo Day's been around for a long time.
That Neola attorney's coming after you.
Yeah. Roger Hall's coming after you, man. Yeah, I know the town attorney. He's coming after you in a class action lawsuit of copyright infringement. Sipker, he's coming after you.
How do you know the name of the town attorney in Neola, Iowa?
Because the Hall family ran the whole town. They had the bank, they had the insurance agency, and they had the law firm. I mean, it was very simple.
Sounds like a real boss hog situation over there.
Well, I mean, when it's a town of 800, somebody owns like the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
But so we do. So I'm coming here would it be better if you had your reunion around the state fair? Meaning a lot of people do come back to the state fair. They go to the state fair if you had it there.
So that's a good idea. And a lot of classes do that, Travis. Like when you go to and usually it's the depot. The depot is kind of the East Siders bud tent.
Okay.
Usually if you go to the depot on that first Friday night, you will see a banner along that west railing of the depot that says, welcome class of, whatever the last number of the current year is. It's going to be the last number on that little sign. That a lot of classes do that. So what Laura did this year and why we're having it this weekend is because this weekend is also the Scarlet Celebration.
Okay.
So
Well,
tomorrow night is that thing that I normally would be emceeing, where we put people into the Hall of Fame. In fact, tomorrow, for the first time, a classmate of mine is being put into the Hall of Fame.
And you're missing it?
Dude, my nephew's getting married.
Oh. Are you close with him?
With my nephew?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to give you an out here.
Close with him. Travis is like, it's not too late to start a fight.
Well, dude, I'm trying to think the last time I talked to my cousins. Last time I talked to
next Friday, I'm going to Bettendorf for my cousin's kid's wedding.
Oh, I draw the line there. That's
what?
Yeah. When's the last time you talked to that cousin's kid?
Last summer. she would come over and play. Oh, well, that kid, it might have been because she is the older daughter. Her younger daughter was playing really competitive softball, so they were in town a lot with that. So we would always see Shayla there. And then, but yeah, I've stayed in contact with almost all of my cousins. I'd like to say all of them, but there's a few that I haven't talked to in a long, long time, unfortunately. One of my cousins listens to the show a lot. Remember when we see L.A. Peterson?
Yeah.
That's my cousin that lives in Cedar Rapids. That's Shayla's younger brother, Chad.
Okay.
So it's his niece that's getting married next weekend. It's my nephew that's getting married this weekend. And dude, listen, my cousins from northern Wisconsin are coming to town this weekend to watch my nephew get married. So my cousin from northern Wisconsin is driving to Des Moines to watch his cousin's son get married. Because Travis, this is what functional families act like.
What's that like? It
It's
seems like a
fun,
lot of
man.
work to me.
No, it's love.
I did go to last year I went to my cousin's daughter's wedding, but I know her quite well, right? I know them quite well.
Do they live in Omaha?
No, Barry lives in Ames. They were from Madrid, right? So he lives in Ames. The wedding was in Ames. So we went up there for that. But I haven't talked to him since the wedding. And the cousins on the Justice side, I have one cousin that I talk to, and the only time I talk to her, and I like Kim. She's great, but she only calls me to let me know if somebody died. Right? Hey, just to let you know, this person is dead. I said okay. And like when my mom died, and when my dad died, I let her know, hey, they're dead. And that's as far as the conversation goes. Like last week, I got a call, hey, your aunt died. Oh, that's too bad. I haven't talked to her in 35 years. Great. Not great, but I mean, I understand. Thanks for letting me know. You going to go to the funeral? No, I'm not. Because I was out of town. Said I'm leaving that day.
Sunday, I've got a celebration of life. A friend of mine's dad passed away. So yeah, be heading to a. I don't want to call it a funeral because we're not doing it at a church. We're going to meet at a park and have like a true celebration of life. He died about a month ago.
They're going to give everybody some ashes and then throw them.
I don't know if Jerry was buried. I think he was. I don't know. He was a veteran. He was in the VA hospital at the same time my dad was, and so it's one of my best friend's dads. So yeah, it can be a busy weekend, man. And I honestly will love that too. Be hanging out with my friends, and we'll probably laugh and cry and love.
Now, your mom is hanging out on your dad's mantle, right?
Parts of her. Part of her is right over there.
Okay. Should I feel bad? I haven't been up to see my mom's grave since you were there. You were there at the service. I haven't been back. Should I feel bad?
No,
okay,
Travis. Dude. I mean, listen, I'm no authority on this, but I do think that mourning is something that it's a very personal thing. It very much what gives you comfort in the mourning process. And you and your brothers and your cousins and everybody that knew your mom is everybody's going through their own version of it. And I think it's kind of, I have discovered, even though I do it, it's rude to criticize the way that somebody else mourns. So like, for instance, I've done my thing about the cemeteries. I think getting buried is like ridiculous. That forever you're going to own this little piece of ground. This just seems ridiculous to me. But I have also discovered that friends that lost loved ones, their comfort is in doing exactly that. Going to a gravestone, knowing that body is laying there and feeling a connection to that person while they're standing there. If that's the case, absolutely do that.
See, I wouldn't even say it's the mourning process for me. It is, should I go see mom today? No, I don't want to drive an hour and a half to Templeton. That's really, it's an inconvenience more than anything.
This is going to be a really deep, weird question.
I'll ask it. As you think about it, Joe says, God, Travis, do we have the same cousin? I also have that one who calls me to tells me somebody dies. See? There's more dysfunction out there than function.
Listen, I will tell you this. So when you said that, I'm like, oh my gosh. I got to that point where my aunt and uncle in Wisconsin, I felt like the only time I was calling them was to be like, hey, mom died. Hey, dad's in the hospital. Hey, this bad thing happened. So I've tried to go out of my way. My uncle is a genius, legitimately like certifiable genius. And so whenever I come up with random weird questions, I try to call and start the conversation with, hey, nobody died. I'm calling because I got a question about buttermilk biscuits. Yeah, what's up? So go out of your way to call your cousin to not talk about a funeral.
We would have nothing to talk about.
Why are you calling? Go, I don't know. I don't know when to call and catch up. How's life?
She would find that extremely weird.
Okay.
So what was that deep, weird question you were going to ask me?
I don't even remember now.
You don't even remember? I think a lot of people were waiting for it. Go ahead. It's there. It's on the tip of your tongue.
I know this. Listen, I have to give no F's on this. Okay. I don't care what you think.
Okay.
You people, not Trav. He already thinks it. Do you ever talk to your mom?
Yeah, I do actually. Usually when I'm driving home, because my mom and I wouldn't say we talked all the time, but when we did, it was usually a phone call on the way home. And I could only take my mom on the phone for about 5 minutes.
I love you so much.
Love her dearly, but it's just like, okay, this conversation is going nowhere.
What did you call and say to me yesterday when I just said, God, I love you? What was that? What did you say to me last night when we were talking?
It's about the listing of your house that you got and the selection process that, hey, do you have a business card?
Right. Yeah, right. Okay. You crack me up.
So, yeah, but no, I do. I talk to mom and it's usually, I'd always call her at the same location. So I'd come to a stoplight at 90th and Dodge. I'm like, well, I'm going to be sitting here for a while, so now's a good time to make that phone call. And then once we get through the light, I can say, hey, Mom, I'm driving. But usually it's right there. Now she doesn't talk back, but I do talk to her.
I've had a few times where I felt like I heard her voice. Not like literally like look around like what the hell, but just that feeling of whatever it is, encouragement or distraction or whatever it was that
I would say this. I've never had the premonition that she's around me.
Yeah.
The kids have. The kids have very much. Yeah. They're like, hey, grandma was here last night.
Have you had any dreams?
No, zero.
Oh, dude, can I tell you a crazy one? Because you know
Sure.
what was going on in my life during that time too. I had a couple crazy dreams that I look back on now and they're profound. Walked into the house one time with the kids. This is months after mom had died. And the house is like on fire. And my mom grabs us and pulls us into a room and protects us. Yeah, I look back now and go, oh, that meant something.
It did. I would say
like that.
I would say that the premonitions, and I'm not saying you have to believe in this stuff or not, but I do believe I believe they hang around. I believe that she hasn't given me a premonition yet because I don't need it yet. Meaning that I'm doing okay.
You're doing well. I've needed direction. I've needed guided.
Because you never listen to me. When you call me for guidance, you go, yeah, that's a good idea. Did you do that? Well, no. I'm like, well, then why do you call me for advice? You never listen to it.
I do. I've come to learn that you are, I have listened to you more times than you want to admit it. You've helped me through some major, major things.
Listening is one thing. Acting is another.
Well,
I just altered it a little bit. Yeah, but where you altered it,
that was the key part. Did you listen to what I said, Ross? Yeah, I listened.
Heard every word.
Did you do what I said? Huh?
That now you guys who are listening on a daily basis get a glimpse into our lives and our conversations, and we just bear them here. It's now time for this. The Iowa Lottery Weekly Woohoo. Don't let us down, folks. Last week we didn't have a winner, and I know we didn't have one winner. Nobody called last week. Nobody even sent in a submission last week.
Yeah, we did.
No, we did not. 2 weeks ago we did.
Oh my goodness.
We didn't last week.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Fellas.
Ladies.
A $90 gift pack to the Iowa Lottery just for being happy about something.
That's all or you can be sad. I don't care.
You be the boohoo. Make it your weekly boohoo for the woohoo. We'll make your boohoo a woohoo.
We got one last night from Chad, but Chad won 2 weeks ago.
Oh, and the lottery makes us do the 30-day thing.
They don't, but I don't want Chad to win back to back.
Is it our buddy Chad from Des Moines Golf and Country Club that holed out from 220 yards?
No.
Okay.
No.
See what I did there, Chad?
So if you have a weekly, all you have to do is go to therushradio.com, click on the promo tab, and write in there what your weekly woo-hoo is.
So even though he can't win, tell us what did Chad write in?
He went to JCD's and Hobby.
Yeah.
Bought a Nintendo 64 or something like that. Got a Mario game and took glee in kicking his kid's ass.
Yeah.
Took total glee in just destroying his kid in video games.
Now, you said the Nintendo 64 or whatever it is. I know you were not a video game guy.
Yeah.
But us video game nerds need some clarification on that.
I'm looking for it. I might have accidentally deleted it.
Because if you got Nintendo 64, the game to get, Travis, was called GoldenEye.
It wasn't GoldenEye.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm wondering if he didn't buy a regular 8-bit Nintendo and get like Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, 8-bit sounds right.
Did he say? Okay. Because an 8-bit Nintendo is like the original Nintendo.
No, hold on. Hold on.
Okay, all right.
I found it. He goes, my weekly woohoo. I took my youngest son to JCD's and Hobby and bought a Nintendo 64, 2 controllers, and Mario Kart. And gave him an ass kicking.
Yep. See, Jay knew it. Look, Jay wrote in a few minutes ago. He's like, he got Mario Kart. Jay knew it. Good job, Jay.
See, Jay, another example of why you should be advertising on the show. And I'm surprised, he says, that the neighbors didn't call DHS on me because he was kicking his ass so much. Great to give him a reminder while I still can.
They should have called DHS when my kid was crying on the porch and I went outside and was like, suck it! Suck it!
You guys just hear that ass kicking I gave my kid?
Boom! That's what you get!
So, yeah, you can go to therushradio.com, go to the promo tab, enter your weekly woohoo, or just call 515-517-2303, and you could get a $90 prize pack. It's just starting at $90.
Yeah, 90 for now. You might scratch a ticket, and all of a sudden it's 95.
90 for now. What are you guys waiting for? All we do is give. We give our lives every day. We want to give you money every day. We show you great advertisers every day. We want to give. It's that simple.
I love this. Jay said, I've been trying to get a Mario Kart night going at Makokata Brewing for years. 2 years he's been trying to get Mario Kart night at the brew.
I've never played Mario Kart.
You'd suck at it.
I know I would. I suck at all video games except like Best Fiends. I had a listener write last night. For some reason, they had my like personal email. I don't know where they got it at. They're like, "Hey, what's that game you're always talking about on your phone?" And I wrote back Best Fiends. They're like, "That was quick. I can play the Best Fiends. I can play Temple Run." Low hanging fruit, folks.
You and your Candy Crush, dude.
It's not Candy Crush.
Yeah, I know.
It's Best Fiends. It is the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
When you work with a company like Mr. Electric that goes above and beyond and makes the customer their priority, that is just a real joy to encounter these days. It was a fairly complicated project and it was intimidating. They made it look so easy and they were very professional, very clean folks. They thoroughly explain what they're going to do. It's clear that they're experienced and that they know what they're doing. Having professionals out there that can do that for me, that gives me a lot of peace of mind.
Keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
My name's Gary Prosnell, and I'm a residential home mortgage banker for Northwest Bank in Des Moines Metro Market. I've been financing people's homes for over 25 years, and I'm an expert in financing VA loans, FHA loans, IFA loans, and new construction homes. This is my cat, Norm. Norm knows basketball, but he doesn't know mortgage. And that's where I come in. There are a lot of Tom, Dick, and Norms out there doing loans. So don't just trust anyone with your home loan. I'm your local, trusted, experienced expert. Please call me. I would love to help you.
Call Gary at 515-975-6767 or find his profile at nw.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Did you know that over time, your engine builds up carbon deposits in the intakes and valves, which can lead to poor performance, fuel economy, and even bigger issues down the road? With summer on its way and road trips abound, the last thing you want is a major repair. For the month of May, Land Rover Des Moines is offering 15% off our fuel services to clean out that carbon and get your engine running smooth while keeping some extra cash in your pocket. Don't let a clogged engine ruin your family summer. To get scheduled, visit us online at LandRoverDesMoines.com.
Every business has priorities, and Priority One Heating and Cooling is no different. As a service provider, we prioritize quality air conditioners and furnaces that will keep your home at your comfort level year-round. As a small business, we prioritize doing things the right way and treating people fairly. As a truly local business, we prioritize our community. As a veteran-owned business, we prioritize duty and commitment. For big business service with local value, trust your home to the place where you are always Priority One.
Hi, it's Noel. If you're thinking about popping the question, start with a jeweler you can trust. At Fiscus Jewelers, we offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, featuring stunning engagement rings and rare and forever natural diamonds, pre-screened with advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together, and our CAD drawings are always free. And when it's time to say I do, don't forget the guys. We offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
I hope you stretched, hydrated, and prepared for more nonsense, because The Rush with Travis and Ross, presented by Willis Automotive, is back now.
Welcome back to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. Refresh your home with floors you'll love. Iowa Floor Covering offers beautiful hardwood, waterproof luxury vinyl, carpet, and tile for every single room. Stop by their Bondurant showroom or go to iowafloorcovering.com for a free quote. People are getting in the mood of the weekly woohoo, Ross.
Good deal.
I think our first ever submission from Prairie City. Getting some Prairie City action today.
Yeah, near Monroe.
It's from Brian in Prairie City. He goes, hey, my woo-hoo is I just bought myself a brand new zero-turn mower last night. Very excited. No more pushing of the lawnmower on my yard. And the extras, I mow for a side gig. So he's got a little side hustle going on in Prairie City.
There you go. What is it? Boys and their toys, man. There is something
Makes
about
you feel like a man.
Got me a zero-turn mower. Turns you into Tim Allen for about 10 seconds. You're like, yeah, what's that? It's a zero-turn mower. Yeah. What's it do? It mows and zero turns.
Brian, we may be able to help you out as the Kluver family business starts to expand a little. They may need to add some people to their mowing crews. We'll let Tyler know at 7:30 that you got a zero turn.
Well, I saw Justin wrote in and said he wanted to know the address to write into you. So I gave him your address because I figured that,
To write for the woo-hoo?
Justin wrote in and said, what address do I send in? He said, what's the email address for the woohoo? So I told him, Travis@therushradio.com.
It's not an email address. I need other things. You go to therushradio.com, click on the promo tab, and do all that stuff. It's very simple.
Ask for an email address. I thought I'd tell him to send it to you, but yeah, Justin, got to jump to the hoops. Do you have another
Jay
one?
writes in and says, here's my woohoo. Did my civic duty this week. Trusted my youngest two to head down to the river and fish on their own for the first time. Capped off the week by teaching my oldest how to wash a car properly. So he sent his kids down to the river to fish by themselves, trusted them, and then taught his youngest how to wash it. Is there a proper way to wash a car?
Apparently we don't know.
Here's the proper way to wash a car.
Get it clean.
You're in your car, you're driving, you see said car wash, you pull in because you have the monthly subscription, gate goes up, you pull around, you wind up the wheel, and it goes through the car wash. That's the proper way to wash a car.
I knew it. What's the proper way to wash a car? Well, you drive through the car wash.
Yes. Preferably one you have a monthly subscription to because you save money.
And even more preferably one that your boss pays for.
I don't get that anymore.
Really?
That's good. My wife has subscribed to the one that's just a block away.
Okay. You have a car wash a block away from your house?
Okay. It's down by the Quick Trip. I'd say it's not. I could walk there in like 7 minutes.
Okay. Now I know what direction you're talking. All right.
Yeah.
Because I picture you in the middle of a residential. I forget that the sex toy superstore is like blocks away from you.
That's a mile away from me.
It's weird that you know the exact distance.
Because I walk it. When I go on my walk with my dog, I'd count my steps, and I'm like, well, how far is it to here? It's a mile.
I've had people that wanted to buy houses, and they were like, can I be within a mile of a trail? Can I be within a mile of a park? Can I be within a mile of a school? Travis just had different requirements.
Wade says, my woohoo, we're closing on our new home today. Congratulations. Wade. They're moving from Winterset to DeSoto.
Oh, wow. Congratulations, Wade. That's always exciting, man. I got a closing today as well. One I'm selling, though.
It's all the same, though, isn't it? Or do you get more on the...
No, it's kind of the same. I try to help people when they're selling their house. I try to save them, you know what I mean, as much as I can.
Yeah.
But for Wade, yeah, congratulations, man. Closing day is always fun.
Chris writes in and says, my woohoo is seeing my son graduate preschool. He wore a cap and gown, sang a song, and is voted most likely to go to space. In preschool? They voted on most likely to go to space. It's just amazing watching him, my little man.
Listen, I've been where Chris is. That's really cool. I remember Audrey's graduation from preschool. She went to the Science Center preschool, and they did that. There's the cap and gown and like a whole ceremony,
which I think is stupid, but go ahead.
When you're involved in it, it's really cute. It is one of those things that when you're saying it to somebody else out loud, it kind of, you're like, did I go to a preschool graduation? Did any kids not graduate?
We're going to have to hold Jimmy back for another year. He'll graduate next year as he learns the Barney tunes. I know I shouldn't make fun of the cap and gown thing for preschool, but I do.
Again, I've been there. I get it. Chris, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I've been the exact same, videotaping and pictures and all that. I
Justin,
mean, it does become silly when you say things like this. Irish. So a preschool reunion next year?
You have your 10-year preschool reunion before you even graduate high school. We're going to get together.
What do you have this weekend? A quinceañera? Nope. 10-year reunion from preschool.
Hey, the quinceañeras are crazy, man. Those are crazy.
I've never been to one.
Dude.
Maybe saying that will get me an invite.
And if you're going to have a quinceañera in the next couple of weeks, invite Ross. That's like a wedding. I mean, that's a production.
I've only heard. Yeah.
Justin did write in his woohoo.
Okay.
Says, my new band is just starting out. It's tough getting shows. We've played a couple of venues we've known for a while. We're starting to get interest from some well-known venues around town. So my woohoo is my band is starting to take off. Congratulations. That's hard. It's
Justin,
really, really hard to book shows.
Justin, I love you. Tell us the name of the band.
Yes. Unless it's my band. What's the name of your band? My Band. Kind of a cool band name, isn't it? My Band?
Like the band?
Yeah. Instead, it's My Band.
I can just hear Levon Helm now. Boom, boom, boom. Virgil Caine was the name.
We have Benjamin Lynch coming up at 7 o'clock is going to be joining us. Back in almost a year ago, we brought this story to the Rush Radio Show, and it was I believe, Dallas center man suing DraftKings because he'd won a parlay bet on the Pebble Beach Pro-Am that would have paid him $14.3 million. They took the bet and then voided the bet.
Now, they voided the bet because of the tournament was never finished.
There was a winner, but they completed after 54 holes and not, 72 holes?
Yeah, weather canceled the last part of the tournament. So what DraftKings did, if you guys remember this story, was they basically voided all the winning bets, but took all the losing bets. And that's when the guy from Iowa was like, wait a minute. Are the bets voided or not? Because my $14 million got voided because I won. But my neighbor who lost, his money got taken for the exact same thing. It started in state court, right, Travis?
Yeah, it started in state court.
And it has been elevated
to federal court. But we're going to get more from the lawyer, and Ben's been honest with us before, but we're going to get more about it, kind of an update on what is happening. And the crazy thing is, DraftKings hasn't tried to get this thrown out. And you probably do that because you probably think we're not going to get it thrown out because they may not be on the right side of the law here. It'd be interesting. There's other people who've jumped on a lot. So this guy out of Dallas Center wasn't alone. There's like 40 other people that are suing DraftKings over the same thing. All they had to do was give everybody's money back. That's all they had to do. Even if you lost. That's all they had to do. And there would be no conversation about it. Bet is void. Here's your money back. Even if you bet and you lost, here's your money back. That's all you had to do. All you had to do.
Yeah, I'm excited to chat with him and get some of the behind the scenes. I love it when an attorney reaches out and they're like, hey, active case. You're like, you can talk about it? Yep. Like, oh, yeah. Glad we mentioned this because that'll be a fun interview. You watch. We mentioned this very early on because when I did talk to you last night, I called you and I'm like, what are you doing? You're like, Fever, just getting ready to tip off. Or they had tipped off.
They tipped off.
Said, man, Caitlin's had a rough start. She's had a couple of bad shots already. And
dude, she takes some, and I get it. It's her mantra. People want to see her try to hit from 45 feet. But there are just times when she takes shots, you're like, what are you doing? Even if you were a teammate, it would drive you crazy, right? I mean, you're just pulling up from the logo, and you're like, that's not the time to do it. Even if you think you're open, the odds of you hitting that are not good.
Yeah, right. The odds of her hitting it are better than other players, but they're still not. It's still not a great shot. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Now, she ended up with 17 points last night. She wasn't great from the field. She had 8 assists, 7 rebounds.
It's a great game.
It's a great game. Kelsey Mitchell was the one last night. Kelsey Mitchell was 11 of 15 from the field, 3 of 4 from behind the arc. She had 25 points. The Fever beat Atlanta, which is a good win, 83-71. It's the best defensive performance for the Fever all year long, so it's the fewest amount of points they've held a team to, which is good. And it snaps a 2-game losing streak for the Fever, who now go to New York and will play the Liberty tomorrow.
I just realized something. That's the team that Angel Reese is on.
Yeah, she had a double-double last night, but nothing.
Dude, I'm just glad that the Clark versus Reese that was pitched to us as some sort of Jordan versus Bird.
Yeah.
Magic versus Bird or whatever you like. I'm glad that I didn't get beat over the head with Clark versus Reese. Watch the throwdown.
It's almost the maturation of and until they maybe battle in like the WNBA finals or something like that, it might take off. But at the end of the day, and the truth is, Angel Reese has been a lot more quiet since she's gone to Atlanta than when she was at Chicago. You know, I think as you get older and mature more, you just go, okay, I'm just going to take care of my business. I'm going to take care of my business. And if we meet up, we meet up. But it's not that big of a deal. She's not that. I mean, Angel Reese serves a certain purpose. She's a great rebounder. I mean, she's averaging a double-double. Her points are slot points, meaning they're usually just either at the free throw line or they're putbacks, which has a value. Not going to take away from it. They're just completely different players. And I think people have started to recognize, okay, you can have this made-up rivalry, but they're totally different players that have completely different skill sets that bring value to their team. But you can't compare the two. It's not fair to either one of them.
I'm legitimately happy that I kind of forgot that it was Clark versus Reese last night. So good.
And even in the pregame, it wasn't discussed. I don't think it was discussed at all. I watched a little bit of the pregame. You're like, thank God for not bringing this up, because it's just like it's no big deal. That's over.
I thank you.
And maybe the good thing, Ross, why it subsided. They played together on Team USA.
Oh, yeah.
And they were teammates, and you're like, oh, you guys play well together? Yeah, because we're teammates when we have Team USA jerseys on. We're not teammates when we're in the WNBA. But, of course, Caitlin had a little drama. You know, I said I got pretty hammered last night. She threw up at halftime. She said she hadn't thrown up that much in years. There's always something, isn't there? There's always something with Caitlin, whether it's
morning sickness.
You know what's funny, Ross? That's exactly what went through my head. How many internet rumors? I wasn't going to say it because people are like, oh, you shouldn't say. I'm glad you did. Because the first thing I thought was, well, you pregnant? I mean, that's what went through my head. First thing that went through your head.
Honestly, if she is, that'd be awesome. That would be a congratulations moment way more than scoring 40 points in a basketball game. You're bringing a life into this planet? Yeah.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible. A local angle to Ben's waiting. Ben, we're going to get to you right around 7 o'clock, so be patient with us. Thanks, Tegan Cavan, the West Des Moines Dowling graduate, who never played for Dowling, led Texas to the Women's College World Series championship. They beat Texas Tech last night 4-1. Back-to-back titles for Texas. Back-to-back, Ross, most outstanding players award for Cavan at the Women's College World Series. So back-to-back most outstanding player. So she becomes the first pitcher, I think, ever to have 2 wins and 2 saves in a College World Series. In game 1, she had a complete game 3 hitter. She came in the final 2 innings last night and struck out 5. Gave up no runs, no hits, struck out 5 last night.
Holy cow.
Yes.
Okay, I got a lot to ask you about here that you might not know. Maybe some of our listeners will. So this is kind of new to me. If we had talked about her before, I apologize because
we have a little bit, but the problem was, she's from Des Moines, but never played high school ball. She was always in the club segment. So people knew, if you were in the softball world, you knew who she was, but she never probably developed. There is something about playing for your high school, right? If she would have played at Dowling, you probably would have had a better understanding of how great she is. But
Caitlin Clark?
Yeah.
That's how we found out about Caitlin Clark is her high school dominance, and people had a chance to go watch her play, and it was like, hey, you better get over to Lincoln tonight and watch this girl that's going to be a superstar and does things that we haven't seen before. Would that have happened with softball?
Yeah.
Would it?
We know Willie Farrell's daughter because she pitched it down.
Claudia, that's a great point. She pitched it Dowling and went to Grandview, and she became a little bit of a local celebrity.
And what happens, right? When you get to state or regionals, Channel 5, Channel 13, Channel 8, they're covering it. You're doing feature stories on these people. When you're not part of that and you're just part of that club circuit, when's the last time you saw an AAU game or UAAA game on television for highlights?
Never, ever, ever. I've never seen Keith Murphy say, at Holiday Park this weekend in the USSSA tournament.
Yeah.
Check this out as the 9U Des Moines Bombers.
I mean, Little League Baseball. The only time the Little League Baseball gets covered is when somebody goes to the Little League World Series.
Yeah, or there's a fight.
Yeah, or there's a fight. Look at the parent come out of the stands. So what was your other question? So we have talked about her briefly, but not much. But, I mean, she's a hell of a pitcher.
Obviously. Holy cow. Because when I first started to Google her, one of the first things that popped up was something about her NIL. I'm assuming that she's got an NIL deal from Texas.
I think she's doing all right, yeah.
Listen, man, this might not be the last time we have a conversation like this. Because one of the best softball players, and I hesitate to say the best softball player in the high school ranks in the state of Iowa right now, just got a scholarship to go play at UCLA. That's how good she is. She's an East High graduate that never played for East High. It's my buddy Carlos James. Carlos played for Iowa, played for the Iowa Barnstormers. It's his daughter.
Okay.
And she's going to UCLA next year. And a lot like Tegan Cavan, never played for her high school, just played in the club scene.
I don't know if I like the club scene. I get it. I really do. But there is something about playing for your high school.
So let's talk about this real quick, because we're going to have a lot of time here before we get to Ben. But when you say there's something for, like,
because you're going to school. I mean, if you're a teammate, if you're playing at Dowling, and Dowling's good, I get it, right? But you're like, we have the best pitcher in the nation that goes to school here. We could be winning a state title. We could. There's that camaraderie there, right? There is something about doing. You're in the classroom together every day. You're on the field together every day. I just happen to think there's something special about that.
I agree that there is something special, and coming back. I'm having my 30-year class reunion tonight, right? And coming back and being a part of something and sharing memories and those things. And at her 30-year class reunion, when the softball team is sharing memories, they will probably still go, "Oh, Tegan, you know how good we'd have been if you'd have played for us?" But isn't that very selfish? Isn't that very selfish by us, by the class, by her team, by those classmates? Because what they're really saying is, we want you to
help us.
Help us.
Okay, isn't it? Can two things be true?
Yeah.
Can both scenarios be selfish by saying, "Hey, you're not good enough for me. I'm going to go over." So the selfishness can come down to two things can be true at the same time.
Yes. I don't fault the parents for doing the club thing, because if you've got a kid that is head and shoulders above the competition, they're not getting better by constantly just beating up.
Yeah.
Tegan Cavan would not have gotten any better striking out a bunch of girls from Roosevelt or East or Lincoln.
Oops, wrong one.
How you get better is by going out and playing against the absolute best in the world.
515-517-2303. That's the number to call. The weekly woohoo is going on, getting lots of some. We're going to have a winner today. We might give two to give last week's prize away. Just go to therushradio.com, click the promo tab, give us your weekly woohoo, or you can call the show. When we come back, Ben Lynch is going to be joining us. We're talking about that DraftKings lawsuit. We briefed on it a little bit to start the segment. We'll go deep dive into it when we come back on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
At Iowa Floor Covering, we believe great floors start with great service. Whether you're looking for a plush carpet, durable LVP, timeless hardwood, stylish laminate, or beautiful tile, including custom tile showers, we'll help you find the perfect fit. No pressure, no pushy sales tactics, just honest guidance from a team that listens. DIY Weekend Warrior, we've got the products and advice to set you up for success. Iowa Floor Covering, floors you'll love from people you can trust.
There are a lot of reasons to want a self-driving mower from Iowa Mobotics.
Being automated gives me more time to do my hobbies.
I travel so much for work that I don't have time to take care of the lawn, but I still care about how it looks.
And I'm just lazy. Gives me time to work in the wood shop instead of spending it on the mower.
It works in my schedule.
And I just really hate doing it.
No matter your reason, with Iowa Mobotics, spend less time mowing, more time living.
Did you know that over time, your engine builds up carbon deposits in the intakes and valves, which can lead to poor performance, fuel economy, and even bigger issues down the road? With summer on its way and road trips around, the last thing you want is a major repair. For the month of May, Willis Volvo Cars is offering 15% off fuel services to clean out that carbon and get your engine running smooth while keeping some extra cash in your pocket. Don't let a clogged engine ruin your family's summer. Give us a call or schedule online at willisvolvocars.com.
The following advertisement is for people who like to save money.
Do you or a loved one suffer from chronic overspending, getting less but paying more? Then you may have a case of big HVAC. Now is the time to try Priority One. We set our own prices, which means you pay for what you need, not for anything else. And if you need a heating service or new furnace, now is the time to try Priority One.
Side effects of Priority One include increased happiness, extra peace of mind, and bonus cash for whatever you want. Please use responsibly.
Your house wasn't built for bats, birds, or raccoons, but try telling them that. At Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions, we've been helping Iowans take back their homes for over 20 years. We use cost-effective, eco-friendly methods to solve wildlife and pest problems the right way. Whether it's bats in your attic, birds in the vent, raccoons in your chimney, or moles in your yard, we have long-term solutions. Call Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions today at 515-218-3400, and let's make sure your home doesn't become their home.
Start spreading the news, 'cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end, unless you're just loitering. It's Central City, we can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City, all this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
The Rush, presented by Willis Automotive, is back because apparently Travis and Ross have even more to say.
Hour number 2 of the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. Willis Automotive is hiring sales and leasing consultants across all their brands. At Willis, you have a unique opportunity to cross-sell across a wide lineup. If you're looking for a new career or to grow your career and work with multiple brands, this is your chance. Start your new career at willisauto.com. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushradio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the Rush Radio TuneIn app, thank you so much. If you're watching on YouTube this morning, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like. Leave your comments in the comments section. Call the show at 515-517-2303 and follow us on our social media channels. Couple more woohoos coming in before we get to Ben. This is from... where's it at? Gary. Gary says, I'm set off for Jonesboro, Arkansas tomorrow to pick up my daughter for the summer. She lives with her mom in Louisiana during the school year. So aside from a couple days in Kansas City in November, he hasn't seen her since July.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Gary, congratulations. That's a big woohoo, buddy.
Yeah, that's, I have a little sympathy for Gary right there. And then Corey says, hey, my daughter graduated high school from Urbandale, now going to attend the Iowa Culinary Institute. Good food for me. We had around 100 family members in town. God, I don't have 100 family members?
Congratulations, Corey.
Ours would have ended in a fight.
Functional family.
Maybe there is more functional families out there than I realize. I always just thought everybody was dysfunctional like me.
In a way, everybody is. Every family thinks that they're crazy. This would be a fun conversation for Ben, because like an attorney has that perspective of like what real crazy is like.
Do you do divorce too, Ben? Do you do divorces?
I do.
Oh my God. I was like, no. Oh, dude, that's rough.
Yeah, we see people at their worst. The goal is to try to help them get through it. But yeah, I generally, when people come to me, they're not going through a good time. So it can bring the crazy out. So
they're not going through a good time. Then you go, hey, and just to let you know, I need a retainer and I charge $325 an hour. So then they go, it gets worse.
Once one of our listeners wins the lottery, and then they can call you and say, hey, I need an attorney for a good reason.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Here we go. You're my guy.
So we talked about this right around 6:30 or so, and we had you on almost a year ago now because of the lawsuit from, is it Nick Bavas? Am I saying his last name right?
Yes, he's the Des Moines person that we filed the lawsuit on behalf of against DraftKings. Yes, he's the local one. We do have about 40 other people from across the country that we represent as well for the exact same incident. Yeah, I don't know if we talked about that the last time.
We didn't.
I don't think so.
His story kind of...
Are they like all together on one lawsuit? What's that called when
you're thinking of a class action? It's not a class action. Okay. It's kind of similar, but it's the exact same facts, exact same incident, exact same voided bet. So they're from all across the country. And Nick's case is kind of like the test case, is kind of what I call it. So everybody's watching very, very closely, and that's going to drive what happens with the other ones. But they're all signed up. They're all my clients. From all over the country, from the West Coast all the way to the East Coast. Yeah.
So were you was Ben like the test? They heard about what you were doing. Like, hey, I did the same thing. I'm calling you. Is that what they did?
Yeah. So Nick was the very first call I had. It was just very strange because he was local and he gave me a call and I signed it up. And then all of a sudden we got a lot of people from the East Coast. And it just kind of spread throughout all these circles and friend groups. And yeah, he's the test case. He's the one that we have on file. But when his went public, everybody else is like, this exact same thing happened to me as well.
Wow. So Ben, is this as simple as like dominoes? Whatever happens in Nick's case will happen with the other 45?
So the way that we look at it is, yes, state law is a little bit different in every state, but for all intents and purposes, yes. Whatever happens with his, whether it's settled or whether it goes to trial, it's going to impact everybody else's case very strongly, because if he wins, we're going to be like, hey, look at this case. It's the exact same facts. So it drives up the leverage on everybody else's claims as well.
So another thing that has changed since you were on last time, this started in state court. It's been moved to federal court. Was that your idea? Was that DraftKings' idea? What's the advantage of having it in federal court as opposed to state court?
So we filed it in state court in Polk County because he's from Waukee. They removed it to federal court, and defendants always want to do that. So we would have a jury pool of Des Moines, essentially. So that would be in state court. They want to remove it to federal court because federal court is the northern and southern district of Iowa. So essentially their jury pool is essentially south of Des Moines all the way to Missouri. And they want to try to get, people who might not know Nick as well, a more diverse group that maybe isn't as affluent or liberal. There's just a lot more diversity, and hopefully be more corporate friendly to them is kind of their hope.
Wow.
So they don't get that hometown feel with the Polk County resident.
That makes sense.
Why has DraftKings not tried to have this case dropped?
So that's exactly what's pending right now. So Nick, the plaintiff and the defendants have both filed what's called a motion for summary judgment. And what we both have said to the judge, we filed kind of identical briefs, but arguing for different points, saying, hey, judge, we don't even need to have a trial. We want you to decide this case based on the law, so that way we don't even have to go to a jury trial. And that is what's pending down at the federal courthouse on June 18th at 9:30 a.m., where this is going to be in a judge's hand. Now, the judge could say, you know what, this is too complicated. This is a fact question. I need a jury to parse this out. You guys are going to go to a trial. That could very well happen, but we're going to have an answer soon on what the judge thinks on that question. So to answer your question, they have tried to do that.
Okay. All
Ben,
right.
could they have avoided all of this just by simply also returning the losing bets? Would you have had a case to stand on if DraftKings would have voided all of the bets involved in that particular golf tournament? Would Nick have had a case?
No, I don't think so, because we don't really care what they did with the losing bets. We cared what they did with the winning bets, and that's what all my clients are. They were all winners. So they did return the wager that each person placed, but they obviously didn't pay out the winning bets. The millions and millions, but they gave you back your wager. We're like, that's not enough. These are winning bets. You should pay the full amount. So they didn't do that. But quite frankly, we don't really care what they did with the losing bets.
Is Nick? You said Nick was on his winning bet was going to pocket him. Did you say
14.3 million?
14 million.
Of your 45 clients, is that a high number? Is that a middle of the road number? Like, where is that in that of your 45 clients? Is that one of the bigger ones?
It's definitely one of the bigger ones, which is just odd because he was the first call and he's local. It's just kind of weird how that all worked out. It was kind of like fate. He's one of the bigger ones, but when you add up all the other 40 ones, it's way more than 14 million. So they voided millions and millions and millions of dollars of bets on this tournament.
Now, have you joined forces with another law firm too? Did I see that, or are you going this alone?
I started it alone. I have employed not really employed, but we're working the case together, a firm out on the East Coast who does kind of these mass tort kind of class action-y type claims. He's been really invaluable on the federal side of things as well too, because I'm more of a state court guy. So yeah, we've been tag teaming this together, and I will give DraftKings a lot of credit. They've hired some very good attorneys, and it's definitely taken two people. So they're throwing as much at us as possible. So it's been a dual effort for sure. Sure.
Do you think
needed him.
sorry.
You
still got us?
Fragmented. Oh, he's frozen. I was like, we
He's
can still hear you,
frozen.
though, man. We can still hear you.
We can still hear you. There you go. Now you're back.
Okay.
Do you think if they came and said, well, let's say the judge says this is going to go to trial, can they appeal one, or would you guys take a settlement if they said, hey, let's get in a room and come to a settlement? Would you guys be open for a settlement?
So, well, on the answer of settlement, obviously, I can't talk about any numbers that have been shared, but obviously, if a defendant ever wants a case to go away, they can always get out the checkbook. And for the right price, a plaintiff will always make a case go away. So absolutely, our phones are always open. The right price can make anything go away in life. With that being said, if the judge says this is going to a trial, I think that also plays in our favor because, the media, the costs, a lot of these attorneys are from the West Coast. They have several attorneys out in San Francisco. And then DraftKings people are from the East Coast. They have headquarters in Boston. And quite frankly, a lot of their upper echelon people are from the UK and overseas too. So the cost and expense is always a factor that plays into both sides' decision to think about settlement.
If they were to offer Nick a settlement, does that impact those other 45 cases?
Well, possibly. I mean, because DraftKings is representing the other 40 people. The DraftKings attorneys are representing DraftKings for all the claims. So if we settle with Nick, they're definitely going to know how that impacts the other 40 people. So absolutely. And, they might try to loop in the other 40 people with Nick's claims. I'm not exactly sure what they want to do. So
interesting. How far can they appeal this? Let's say it goes to a jury trial or the judge says, nope, DraftKings, you got to pay up. Can you appeal a judge's decision? And because we're in federal court now and I'm not a lawyer, can you appeal this to the district court, the Supreme Court? Can it go all the way there?
Yeah. So if they don't like the ruling that they get on the motion for summary judgment that's coming up here at the hearing on June 18th, they can appeal that ruling. But also if this goes to trial and they don't like the result there, they can appeal that. So there's different phases of the case that you can appeal. But yes, since we're in federal court, this would go to the Federal Court of Appeals, and the United States Supreme Court would be the highest place that they could appeal it to if they wanted to hear it.
How much does it change your day-to-day work when a case gets transferred to federal court? Does your prep change a lot? What's the difference on your end?
There's a lot of differences, but there's also a lot of similarities. The judges they're tough, they're smart, they're very intelligent. We have a very good judge in this case, and the rules are also a little bit different. So it's we have a different jury pool, we have different considerations to think about. So it changes a lot of things, but at the end of the day, the facts and the law are what matters. And, I just need to go out there and do the best that I can for my client.
You've talked about the jury pool a couple of times, and my brain keeps kind of battling around on that because it seems to me, and again, I'm probably like you, Nick's a local guy and he's a normal dude. So man, go get him. That would seem to me like no matter where you pull your jury pool from, and I get what you're saying. If they can get it outside of local, you don't see it as walkie man. You see it as some money hungry, lawsuit happy guy just trying to take a swing at DraftKings. But it would seem to me like even on a national draft or a national jury pool, you've got the better hand here. I mean,
we do because we're going to be trying this case down at the courthouse in Des Moines. So yes, it is. And again, it's not a national jury pool. It's just essentially south of Des Moines, so it's still the local guy. And I always looked at this case like David versus Goliath. It's just a regular old guy who was sitting on his phone on the couch and he placed a bet. It's like, hey, you can't do that. Like this isn't right. Like, it's just, I haven't met anybody that I've told this case about that's like, this is a sue happy guy. Everybody that I've told about this, they're like, that's not fair. And that's essentially our argument at court.
Well,
this isn't fair.
I'll push back on you a little bit. Just, he didn't place a bet. That parlay was pretty thought out. I mean, I think he knew the situation. It was a pretty complicated parlay. I would have never thought of the parlay. Could you go through the parlay? I went through the brief this morning. I'm like, that's a pretty complicated parlay. I mean, but he was also able to go, hey, I can see what might happen here. They're taking bets. I'm gonna place the bet.
The option is available. I'm gonna take the option.
Also, if I remember correctly from our last conversation, and if I'm wrong, please tell me, didn't they change their rules of engagement after like it was like it said one thing, then like 2 days later it was like rewritten?
To make a long story short, what the bets that Nick placed, the rules in effect at that time allowed him to do that and told him that he needed to be paid out. After they voided his bet, they completely rewrote the rules to where that bet was void. But the question for essentially, this is a contract case. It's somebody placed a bet, somebody's supposed to pay a bet. It's a contract case. What you look at is the rules in effect at the time that they were placed. So
yeah,
he was in the right.
Your other 45 clients, are their parlays similar? I mean, was it a similar type of bet that they placed that Nick had placed?
They were all on the same golf tournament for the same round. Some of them are different. Some of them, some are very similar or identical to Nick's, but some are different. The fact of the matter is they were all winners and they were all voided. But yes, there were different pieces to the puzzle that you can place different types of bets. The options are endless these days.
There was a thing in my head of maybe, these guys were on a Reddit group and somebody was like, hey, you guys realize that DraftKings is taking this parlay right now? And a bunch of dudes jumped on to try to take advantage of it. But if they're all different bets, then at least that makes it seem like it was actually 45 individuals sitting on their individual couch, putting together an individual parlay. Okay.
And our argument is, even if that did happen, which I'm not conceding that it did, but even if people were talking about this bet while placing it, there's nothing in the rules that say you can't chat with your buddies about placing a bet. DraftKings looks at the weather. DraftKings looks at the rules. DraftKings runs analytics. Why, even if they did this, why can't a couple of guys text about their bets? They encourage it on the advertisement. Hey, link up with your buddies, use the DraftKings mobile app and chat about your bets. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, they encourage it. So
that's great. Yeah.
I don't care.
Do you think this story, and by the way, I appreciate you reaching out to us to bring us up today. This is cool.
So cool.
Do you think June 18th, if it goes a certain way, the story gets national attention?
Well, it already has. It's already gotten international attention. I mean, it's been posted on international news outlets, The Independent. Yes, it's gonna be the reason that this is such a big deal is sports betting's only been around for a few years, legalized, and then we don't really have any precedent to look back on and say, what do courts normally do in this situation? We don't know. It's like a matter of first impression. It's also, as far as I can tell, the biggest lawsuit for an unpaid bet in like American history. So yes, everybody's going to be watching this and it matters. And all the sports books and DraftKings are watching this because a ruling that goes against DraftKings, it's going to be there forever. You're always going to be able to go online and say, what did this court say about this unpaid wager bet? Yeah. And it's always going to be there that people can cite to and things like that.
And Ben, whatever ruling this is, it's going to apply to more than just apps and internet betting. I mean, this will also affect sports books at Prairie Meadows and in Las Vegas and things like that. I mean, it will be an industry-wide standard that's set.
I believe so. I agree with that.
Wow.
And you'll be part of like case law the rest of your life, right? And even beyond, maybe like you'll be referenced in future court cases, Bavas versus DraftKings.
Well, we've already been asked to go out and give a talk out at Yale College a few months ago, 6 months ago. I don't remember the date, but essentially Yale College reached out to us and said, hey, our law school final is on your case. Half the law school is DraftKings, half the law school is Bavas, and we're fighting it out. Our final, our paper, and all that stuff. We went out there and gave a talk, a lecture on it, and they flew us all out there. And yeah, it's gonna be in law school textbooks. There's no doubt.
Did that process help you sharpen your sword at all?
I think so. I mean, I've been learning about a new area of law that I had I didn't know anything about at the beginning of this case, but I heard it and I was like, nah, I can do something with this. This is something, but nobody knew about it. I reached out to other attorneys and other colleagues about like, what do you think about this case? Do you want to do this with me? And everyone's like, I don't know what the hell is going on with that. Like this is like no man's land. We're in the Wild West. So we're learning as we go, but I'm kind of becoming an expert at it now, but it's taken me 2 years. It's a lot to digest.
Dude, speaking to the Harvard Law graduating class,
Yale.
Get it right.
You probably spoke to a future president.
Probably. I hope so.
That's wild.
Wow.
It was
very cool.
Did you say, anybody want to come to Des Moines and work for my firm?
They're too good for me. They're too smart. I'm not that smart. I didn't get that good a grades.
Where did you go to law school, Ben?
I went to Drake Law School. I graduated in 2016. So yeah, I'm coming up on about 10 years of practice now.
Did the future Yale graduates go, where did you go to law school? Did they ask you?
None of them asked. Yeah, I don't think they're too intelligent.
I was wondering the same thing Travis was. That's what I was kind of getting to with asking about it, because I thought for sure they'd be like, before we listened.
No, it was honestly a very amazing experience. I felt very humbled to be there. And honestly, they were so kind and nice. And there were some extremely bright people. And it felt really cool to be in the same room as some of those people.
So did you get to hear their arguments? And in doing so, did you go, oh, I never thought of that.
That's what I was
honestly not really. They all sat there and they just sat there like this. They just, with their eyes like this, they just listened. Every one of them just listened. Because they've been working on the case for months prior to us going there. So honestly, they were listening very intently.
I was assuming the same thing Travis was, Ben. I really thought that maybe the side of the class that was representing DraftKings would present some sort of argument or defense that you maybe hadn't thought of or had, I that's what I was anticipating, was that you walked out of there and said, oh my God, I never thought about DraftKings coming to the courtroom with X, Y, and Z.
We've been working on this case for 2 years, so we've essentially heard it all from the other side. So, it was good to prepare for that speech, because I definitely didn't want to look like an idiot out there. But we didn't hear any new arguments, but it was definitely good to just go out there and think. It's like, hey, that's, kind of a little practice for the courtroom. It's going to be the same type of arguments.
When you're getting ready for a trial, do you do mock trial type of stuff?
For this case, we might. I mean, I've thought about, getting some friends and family members in a room and just being like, hey, I'm going to practice my opening argument with you guys. Tell me what works, what doesn't. Yes, we do that kind of stuff. There's also, sometimes you can hire jury consultants to, give you advice on, this is the type of person that you want to, think about having on your jury pool. So I don't know if we'll do that kind of stuff, but it's definitely an option.
Okay. Yale has invited you to come out and talk. Has Drake?
They have not. I go out there all the time. In fact, I was just there yesterday. The students are studying for the bar exam, and I brought some donuts out to the kids, the students. But no, but I would. I'll talk about this to anybody. I think it's very interesting.
Were the donuts a recruiting pitch? Was that what that was? That when they graduate, they?
Nah. I really like the setup that I have here. It's just me as the attorney, and have some support staff that I love. So we're happy. We don't need anybody, but I'm happy to talk with anybody at any time. Offer my advice and support.
You've got and I want to kind of schedule in advance. You've got the summary judgment coming up on June 18th. Can you join us on the 19th to kind of give us a recap of what happened, good or bad? And can you appeal? DraftKings can appeal. If you don't like the ruling, can you guys appeal to the district court and the Supreme Court?
We definitely can appeal, and we may or may not appeal depending on how things go. But here's the thing about June 19th, why it's probably not going to be an interesting conversation. I can tell you what happened at oral arguments, but this is going to be one of those things where the judge takes it what's called under advisement, which means we may or may not get a ruling for, a month or 2 or 3. Okay. So we definitely will not be getting a ruling from the bench. Yeah.
Okay.
So trial is set for September 28th. We'll definitely get a ruling before then. But that's how that goes.
No, makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense.
I don't like the fact that I mean, when you say makes perfect sense, there's a part of that does not make sense to me. That a judge waits that long to take this under consideration.
You got to remember we've taken like 10 depositions. There's 2 experts. There's well over 10,000 documents, pages of documents that have been exchanged. So this is a very complex case. It's very fact heavy. I don't want a judge to rule from the bench. It's way too complicated. So it's going to take a lot of time to digest it and read through the materials. And then, the order of the ruling could be, dozens and dozens of pages long. So it's going to take time. It's not common whatsoever.
And you guys should watch Perry Mason. This stuff gets wrapped up in like 30 minutes. It's not as difficult as you're making.
Yeah.
All right, Ben, great stuff. Keep us informed. We'll be following it. We want to have you back on again as this thing unfolds, because I think it's a fascinating story. And I'll give you credit. My best friend is a lawyer, and when stuff like this comes his way, he goes, that's not my expertise. He passes it off. The fact that you took a random phone call that's probably, like you mentioned, was outside your expertise. You know what? I want to tackle this. I think that's awesome. So congratulations on doing this.
Uh-oh. Can you hear us?
I don't know if you can hear us or not.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys.
You bet, Ben. Take care,
See
bud.
you, Ben. Appreciate it, man. Ben Lynch joining us on the Rush Radio Show. You got to go to Yale. I mean, the fact that Yale calls and say, "Hey, this is our senior capstone project."
Yeah.
Damn.
I was surprised. I'm kind of like surprised, and maybe even a percent of me is disappointed that the kids at Yale didn't come up with something new for him. That's a feather in Ben's cap, though. That
absolutely,
we had covered all the bases. We had looked at the thing from every single angle. Wow. Cool.
You know, sometimes the key to feeling better comes from just being seen for what you need. Urology Center of Iowa has a dedicated men's health wellness center with services from low testosterone to managing the effects of aging. But more than that, UCI is the place to go when you want to be seen like a man, not a patient. You don't want somebody else's treatment. You deserve yours. Schedule an appointment with UCI today at IowaURO.com. It is the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive.
Game on. Keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job-ionaire. A front row tickets to every show-yonaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie-yonaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles-yonaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
Hi, I'm Sean McFarland, Service Manager here at Mini of Des Moines, and I have a question for you. Are you and your Mini ready for your summer motoring adventures? To help you have a little more fun on that trip, this month we're offering a 15% discount on all fuel services, as well as reduced pricing on all pre-planned maintenance packages. Please stop by so our factory-trained technicians can ensure your Mini will continue to keep a smile on your face for years to come. Please give us a call or visit us online at miniofdesmoines.com to set your appointment.
Fresh, wild walleyes. This summer, point your compass north to Ballard's Resort on Lake of the Woods. Ballard's Lake of the Woods long-standing family resort offers a pole-in-hand guided fishing experience along with all-inclusive packages that include lodging and meals. Chase 10-pound trophies with the walleye capital of the world's most established fleet. Your adventure for fresh, wild walleyes awaits at Ballard's Resort. Set the hook at ballardsresort.com.
Hi, it's Noel. At Fiscus Jewelers, we're honored by the fact that our customers continue to come back on purpose, and that trust means everything to us. For years, we've been privileged to be a part of life's most meaningful moments, and we never take that responsibility lightly. We proudly offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, cutting-edge custom designs, including free CAD drawings, and a team that takes the time to get it right. Thank you for choosing us year after year. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Hi, I'm Tom, owner of Central City Liquors. Our customers love us because we offer a large selection at an affordable price. And to keep costs low for you, we don't splurge on fancy promotions and expensive equipment. This commercial is being shot on a phone taped to a stick. Anyway, we are proud to announce our new rewards program that allows customers to save more the more they buy. So don't spend more to pay for fancy commercials. Save at Central City, where we know what's important. I told you we should have used duct tape.
Did you know that over time your engine builds up carbon deposits on its valves, which can lead to poor performance, fuel economy, and even bigger issues down the road? With summer on its way and road trips abound, the last thing you want is a major repair. For the month of May, Willis Chevy is offering 15% off our GDI fuel service to clean out that carbon and get your engine running smooth. Don't let poor maintenance keep your family on the side of the road this summer. Visit us online at willischevy.com to schedule your appointment today.
The Rush, presented by Willis Automotive, returns now with fresh sports takes and at least one unnecessary rant.
Welcome back to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. If you're in the market for a new home, make sure to give Gary Presno a call. Gary's a mortgage banker with Northwest Bank, financing residential homes the past 25 years. He offers VA, FHA, IFA first-time buyer loans, and conventional and new construction loans, and all approvals are done locally by Northwest Bank. Gary can get your loan approved in 30 minutes or even less. It can happen after hours during the week or on the weekends. Give Gary a call. Why? Because he's the Iowa's top producing mortgage banker the past 8 years. 515-975-6767. Also coming up on June 13th, Ross, and we're going to be talking more about this on Monday, is Shields Grill Fest, happening in the front parking lot of the West Des Moines Shields from 11 to 4. It's free to attend. It's a great event if you love grilling, smoking, barbecuing. Name it, man. Name it.
You like summer? Do you like America?
Exactly. Think about it. 4th of July is right around the corner. Do you like America?
Real fast, dude.
Yes.
Real fast.
And we can even offer something free for you. Bring a non-perishable food item to donate to the Food Bank of Iowa, and you'll get a free bottle of seasoning or sauce. That's Shields Grill Fest, June 13th, 11 to 4 in the front parking lot of the West Des Moines Shields. Let's bring on the man, the myth, the legend.
You say that a lot.
I do.
When we bring people on.
I do. Because I want to build. Not that I need to build his ego up, because he has the largest ego I've ever seen of anybody possible.
Facts.
Hey, Kluve, did you see?
There's good stuff about that, though. There's good stuff about having a big ego. It's like nothing bothers me. I'm a little sick today. Sorry for the listener.
I can hear that, dude. Are you what's going on? Did you just lose your voice? But you said you're sick. You're fighting something off?
I really feel okay, but my voice and my throat cough has been now Ross can't hear me.
Have you been mowing?
No, I haven't been out mowing.
Because I would have thought it would have been like the grass or like the pollen or something, affecting like whatever you're doing.
No, it's what it could be is we're deep in this competition prep, and when you push to the levels that some of my training pieces get to, it can actually put your
immune system.
Yeah, it can drop the walls on your immune system. It's probably not healthy, but it's what we're doing right now. So it is what it is. But yeah, having a big ego is nice because I'm good. I can always fill my own cup, baby. I don't need validation or other people,
Yeah. Now we got to make sure that he can hear you. Can you hear Ross?
Right. You hear me?
I got him.
Good deal. Good deal.
This is Brooksy.
What's up?
What's up?
Brooks is 1 year old this week.
Man. Oh, wow.
Yep.
Are you throwing a big party?
Tomorrow we're having a little party for the man.
Yeah.
And he'll never remember it.
Amen.
It's for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife was like, what did she ask me earlier? She's like, what should we do for food? Or no, it was like, family members. What does Brooks want for his birthday? I'm like, I don't know. He's one. This is dumb.
A cardboard box.
I could put him literally. I could put him out. He loves playing with electrical outlets. We have 30 of them in our house, so I think he's good.
Hey, I do have a football question for you, and I think is that this weekend's a big recruiting weekend. They're bringing in a lot of people. How important are these visits? I know they've got commits coming for the 2027 class, but they also have people they're pursuing. How important are these weekends so early? Because they're still going to be pursued. A lot of stuff going on. How big of a difference can these weekends make?
I think when you get recruits on campus, I think the biggest thing, especially for Iowa, is you hear about these guys who talk about why they came to Iowa City. And with Iowa and the tenure and that staff in place, it's always about the people. You always hear somebody say, man, it just felt like home. It was just the right people. And that all happens, you only get a chance to make those personal connections and sort of, display what you are as a staff and who your culture is and what kind of values you have on a couple weekends, right? And so these weekends are big. For a lot of other schools, maybe they're not. Maybe that social media branding and the aura of Georgia or Alabama or Ohio State, that carries weight when those guys aren't on campus. But for a school like for a school like Iowa or Iowa State, even, you have to make that connection this weekend.
Did you guys see the story yesterday as we're talking about recruiting and how these relationships matter so much? We haven't mentioned the money part of this. Did you guys see the Virginia Tech deal yesterday?
No.
Did you see this, Kluve?
I did, and I actually thought of you, Ross, and I almost retweeted it and said, it'll be good for about 3 years.
Yeah, right. Exactly right. Travis.
Congratulations. You got 2 years NIL.
Yep. Virginia Tech got a anonymous donation yesterday to their athletic department of $75 million.
Anonymous?
Anonymous. That's what I heard. The university said an unprecedented $1 million in support will be used to advance the school's athletic department and expand its honors college. Yeah,
might be Russia or China, honestly. Who's anonymous anymore these days? Who wants to stay anonymous?
They've got some big. Virginia Tech's got some. There's some rumors out there about who it could be. Virginia Tech's got some massive alumni that I was unaware of, like Mark Cuban at Indiana. I had no idea Mark Cuban went to Indiana.
Can we get some of these Iowa? I mean, I'm not helping the cause here, but can the Hawks get some of these massive alumni that we always talk about?
Please.
You always hear these schools. You find one of these donations, and you're like, "Well, did you know they actually have this incredibly affluent alumni base?" And we're over here in Iowa City, like, come on, somebody do something.
The ESPN article says the record donation made anonymously by a 4-generation Virginia Tech family set to go towards multiple initiatives. I initially thought that it was just but the majority of it's going to be in the control of James Franklin. Let's be honest.
Multiple initiatives. Yeah.
It says multiple initiatives, including the fundraising portion of the recently approved $229 million investment in athletics over the next 4 years. So get ready. I thought when you were saying you're going to retweet it to me, because I've been saying at some point this money's got to dry up. At some point these guys are going to realize they can't keep giving all these millions. There's no return. And it just keeps going tick, 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 tick.
I forgot about the moonshiners out there in Virginia.
Right.
I forgot about the moonshine money.
4-generation Hokie money.
Man. I mean, what's the largest donation in Iowa State history? Has there been have the Carvers given $100 million? I'm just trying to figure out.
I think for the, I wouldn't know this. It's probably not. It's probably Tippy, but it's not for sports.
That's the College of Business, right?
Yeah, and we actually got to. Henry Tippy came to a practice one time before he passed away. Pretty sure he passed away. If he didn't, then I'm an asshole. But that was like 10 years ago, and he was pretty old then. I'm pretty sure I saw that.
I would have thrown the Papa John name, because there's several buildings on the Iowa campus that have the Papa John name, right?
Yeah, Papa John. There's like a Papa John pavilion in the business building or something. I don't know. I didn't go to class a lot.
Didn't go to class a lot.
I didn't even have NIL to buffer my athletic student status, and I still didn't go to class a lot. But I was over there a couple times. When they raised money for the new football facility that we moved into in 2014, that would have been Hanson, because it's the Hanson Performance Facility. And what do you want, bro? What are you looking at? He's eyeballing me right now, like we're gonna fight.
Got a problem?
I think Hanson's gave like $10 million for that specifically. I think that was like a $70 or $80 million project at the time, and they gave 10 of it. It's got to be bigger than that, though.
I got it. I've got the answer, and Jake was actually onto it here. Jake said, hey, the Jacobson family has buildings at every Iowa university. According to Google, the largest single donation in the history of the University of Iowa is $70 million, a gift from the Richard O. Jacobson Foundation. That was in February of 2022.
The Jacobson building was the old football complex, and then in the new one was the Hanson. Yeah. Just 70 mil laying around.
Yeah, right. As a donation. I mean, it's a tax write-off.
Can you imagine? Like there's a different world out there.
Isn't that? There's a whole different world out there, buddy. It's wild.
Can you imagine being born? I always think about this, being born into one of those families. And you're just like, yeah, I'm set.
Dude, can I tell you? I think it comes with a different set of. Would most of us trade our lives for that set of problems? Yes, we would, because money is so important to all of us. I've seen it play out, man, where being born into a family like that is not the grace and gift that we poors think that it is. It comes with a whole different set of
us poors over here.
Poors, us unwashed.
No, I agree, Ross. I think on average, like if you took the median, for lack of a better term, call them a trust fund baby.
Yeah,
I would not trade my life for that.
I've seen it, man, and it's not what a lot of people think it is. So, dude, there's that old adage of if you could all throw your problems into a pot and look at the list, you'd pick your own problems back out of the pot.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
I've told this story before, and it's true. My wife's grandfather was Warren Buffett's postman, and Warren asked Frank to give him $5,000, and he would invest it for him. And he felt his money was safer underneath the mattress than it was with Warren Buffett.
Well, Frank's a dumbass.
And that's how those roads diverge.
It's exactly right.
And what did we learn today, kids?
Yeah, but
don't listen to Frank.
But you're coming out of World War II. You're coming out of the Depression. You have all this different stuff that you're just like, I've watched the market crash before. Why would I do this to myself again?
Trust some dude named Warren?
I think
deliver your mail.
I'll go it alone, brother. We'll see who comes out on top of this.
I like those interest-bearing bonds the U.S. government bonds. That's going to be safer.
Great perspective, though. This is the one that I come back to a lot. Not that anybody needs life advice, but like, would you trade places with Warren Buffett right now?
Probably.
No, you wouldn't. He's dead in the next 5 years.
Oh, you mean like totally?
Right. No. Exact situation.
No.
Right. And you can, of course, you can. You would trade places with him?
He's like, let me think about this.
He's like, my dad's not that great. I'd take Warren as my dad. And you can find other examples of people who have millions and millions of dollars in their 40s, and you'd be like, yeah, I'd trade places with him because he still has some time left. But like one of those things where it's like, okay, you can be Warren Buffett right now. You have $300 billion and you might have 5 years left to live, right? And so I love those hypotheticals, or I'm not even sure they are such, but it proves like that time is really the asset
that's true. About. Time is the asset.
Yeah.
It's a good way to look at it.
Because money is, because why we all want money is because it buys back our time.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
We assume it buys back our time. The rich people I know, and I think I know quite a few rich people, they're busy all the time being pulled in it. You know what they're being pulled from? From people who want their money. Right? Mm-hmm. It's sitting on boards. It's nonprofits who are just, hey, gimme.
It can buy back your time.
Okay, yes, I would agree with that.
A lot of people, it gets them power as well. People are power hungry.
Let me, so that $75 million anonymous donation to Virginia Tech, I Googled what Iowa's largest donation was. It was the Jacobson family given $80 million.
Mm-hmm.
The top two donations in the history of Iowa State University are both anonymous. They received an anonymous donation of $80 million in 1999 to go to the College of Agriculture. And then in 2017, the university received a landmark equity stake gift valued at $93 million from an anonymous alumni.
The The guy that lives in Adel, I think he's a Cyclone. Stein.
Yeah, he's one of the wealthiest. He's the wealthiest Iowan, and one of the top, I think, 10 wealthiest people in America or something.
He's gonna. I don't think he's that high, but he's gonna die soon too. His money's gonna go somewhere.
I wonder where he's at.
All these old dudes are. I hope they don't listen to the show. They're like, well, this guy with the kid on his hip is talking about how
Kluger's killing me off.
Yeah. Well, they are. I mean, Stein's old. Stein's in his 80s or something.
Harry Stein, worth $9.9 billion.
Created some. He was like created the technology for like seed.
Yeah. Seed
like,
genetics.
Yeah. I should have done that.
I'm friends with. Now, he didn't create it, but he's a descendant of. You mentioned the generational wealth.
Here comes a name drop by Travis.
No, I'm not going to drop his name.
We get it, Travis. You're not one of the poors. We know.
Shut up.
Say the name.
They created the wax toilet ring. You know, when you replace a toilet and you put the wax ring, they invented that.
And that made him millions?
Made his family millions to where he doesn't really have to do anything. I think it was his dad or his grandpa who did it. And it's like,
I grew up with an old Native American guy in my neighborhood. His name was Elmer. He was the greatest. Oh, dude, he'd get drunk and sing to everybody. He'd tell us stories. He was an amazing man.
My great grandpa's name was Elmer.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Elmer Lynn.
He was not Native American. He was German as fuck.
Yeah.
He used to cuss at me in German.
Elmer had several trademarks. And one of the things we were told as kids was that Elmer was the guy that came up with the idea of selling honey in bear-shaped bottles.
Was that true?
I have no idea if that's true or not. I've tried.
They still do it.
I've tried to Google it to find out. I do know that Elmer was an inventor, and he did tell us when we were kids because we were all enamored by it. We thought that's the coolest thing. And I thought of this line last night for some reason. Elmer said to us, "A trademark is just a license for people to sue you."
I see that. I understand that.
Yeah. It made sense. Even as a kid, that kind of made sense.
Ran into that one with the university.
Tyler, I want to go back to football to get somewhat back on course. We talked about the recruiting weekend, but there's also summer workouts going on. Now, my good friend Dr. Rob Zadiska tells me all the time that when they were at the height of their excellence at Nebraska, it all happened during the summer. Meaning that's where the bonding happens. That's where there's a lot of stuff that happens during summer workouts. Is that still the case? And was it the case when you played?
Yeah, I think physically it's easy to figure that one out too, because so there's this interesting concept with training and athletes that stress is stress. And that could be academic stress, that could be social stress, physical stress that you put on your body by working out. And that manifests itself across all areas of your life, no matter where it comes from. Right. So, and again, sorry to make this about me, everybody, but, with how hard I train CrossFit, the 2 times that I've been injured in the last 3 years is approaching the birth of my children. Things were getting more stressful. We're starting to get things ready around the house. Life is about to change. You're going from 0 to 1, 1 to 2. I injured my back specifically like a month before both of my children were born. And at the time you're like, God, what am I doing in my training? What am I doing? So I say this because in the summer for the kids, the athletes, I guess they're professionals now. Calling them kids feels weird. They are kids. There's no academic stress most of the time, right? There's, your entire schedule in the summer is wake up, sling weights with the boys, and then go play golf.
Look at the look on his face when he said sling weights with the boys. It's like when I talk about fishing in Canada.
Oh, bro.
I saw your spirit jump out of your body as you said that. Like that's your
Warren Buffett doesn't have enough money to put a price on like a max day in the Iowa weight room.
Yeah, look at his eyes right now, dude. Look at that. I love passion. I love it.
Max squat day, max hang clean day in the Iowa weight room, and everybody's hype everybody surrounds your lifting platform and watches you do your set, there is no more. It's the adrenaline is it rivals the best adrenaline that I ever felt in Kinnick in front of 70,000, was being in front of 30 of your peers who want nothing but you to set a PR in the weight room. So yeah, I mean, physically you feel your best in the summer. You're also preparing for the season, right? So that is the time where you are specifically getting in game shape. By the end of the summer, these dudes are dialed. They are weapons. Like, they feel good. They also haven't had to practice. There's been no football. They get the longest amount of time with not hitting each other. Right?
Makes sense, yeah.
Spring ball cuts the spring in half, and you're actually going against competition. You're not only lifting, but you're also doing work on the field.
Yeah,
in the summer, it's just pure training, man. And then that camaraderie part of it, dude, you're unbelievable. The camaraderie part, it's a spot where you kind of get your ass gets held to the fire. Like, it's kind of the proving ground of like, okay, are you worth a shit? Are you able to contribute to this cause? Because if you pass through this summer conditioning and this summer training, that's a check mark, a pretty solid check mark in the box of, okay, step one. It's like this is, anybody in the military is gonna be like, no, it's not. But like, in a similar way, it's like, okay, you pass buds, right? Now we weeded out all the people who we know aren't going to make it.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go into fall camp, and we're going to see if you can actually translate it to the football field. But yeah, it's a proving ground, and they are. Your buddy Rob is right. That is, man, the summer's a good time.
There is something, what I thought you were going to get at, Kluve, and I think you're kind of nibbling on it. There is something about that stress that also builds a camaraderie when you are going through something similar with the people around you. And I think that's when you talk about the military connection. If you know somebody from the military and they've got those military friends and you see those friendships, you go, oh man, there's a different connection right there than what I have with this guy. I wonder what that's about. Then when you try to core in on it, it instantly becomes obvious. Oh, you guys went through a stress together.
Yeah.
That
shared suffering.
Yeah. Trauma bonded you in some weird way.
That makes sense, right? Because you're at your most vulnerable.
Yeah. And you look around and there's other vulnerable people there and you have to lean on each other. And
so you build, the trust is built there because you've both been together. You don't know shit about this.
You don't know shit about this.
You got a good, cushy life. We're going to start running you this summer.
We're going to start running you this summer.
You don't know shit about this. Keep your mouth shut.
I'm going to use so many KF quotes to my kids. You don't know shit about shit, okay? All right. Back in 2015 when you weren't around. So it's you're at your most vulnerable. Like, I've puked, missed times, been berated by coaches, told I wasn't worth the shit, called fat, Mr. CrossFit, like Doyle calling me. I think I've told the story on the show. Doyle would come after me all the time. Like, dude, you're the only 20-year-old guy I've ever met that still has his baby fat. Like, he's got, he had something for everybody, right? And it was to break you down and dig at you, because then if you make it through it, nothing gets to you.
That's what, maybe next week we should talk about the Doyle thing, because Travis and I have
how he was a scapegoat and he fell on the sword.
This is what
I don't disagree with you.
How he's not actually racist, and
somebody had to be the fall guy.
And you talk to all the NFL African Americans, and they have nothing wrong to say, but the ones who washed out of the program because they couldn't show up on time somehow found discrimination. Yeah, weird topic. How the Hush Blackwell report never released the reviews on Doyle publicly from Tristan Wirfs and Anthony Hitchens and Christian Kirksey, how he was a great coach and he was so important in their life. Yeah, weird. Doyle got bent by a very, very touchy time in society, and a couple guys who took advantage of said timing. And when you do it, when you are, and he was a hard ass. We have gone over this on my show.
Well, there's a different, and it's okay to be a hard ass. My
He was a
favorite
hard
teachers
ass.
growing up were hard asses.
With the
But
way
he was
it
an
went
equal
down-
opportunity hard ass.
With the way it went down, Kluve, I can't fault the fact. How do I say this without? I completely agree with everything you said.
And I am super biased. I understand where I'm
We
coming
understand that. That's cool.
But I have
And
information that a lot of people don't.
And that's why I wanted to ask you about it. Do you think that it's, how do I say this, man? There's a part of me that says the guy has now been painted with that scarlet letter and can probably never work again. Can't do that sort of, can't be around. I mean,
absolute tragedy.
Okay. But you agree with that statement that, like, when he got hired by the Dolphins, I was like, uh-oh. And then they're like, yeah, we got to change this thing. I was like, they had to, because there is this perception of who he is, whether that's true or not. Kind of like Trevor Bauer. Kind of like the Trevor Bauer.
Exactly like Trevor Bauer.
There's a scarlet letter on his forehead now. Fair or not, that's the fact.
Yep.
So somebody wants to know, who did he fall on the sword for? Gary Barta, Kirk Ferentz?
I mean,
what's your opinion?
Did you guys see that interview with Murph and 2 summers ago?
Yeah, I did. I forget it.
Him and KF haven't talked since it happened. Boys for 20 years. And they haven't talked. KF distanced himself. He had to. And I don't blame KF, because if he didn't, he gets chopped too.
Yeah. You can't.
Yeah. But unfortunately, it was for the greater good of the program and Coach Ferentz.
I'm glad I asked you, dude. That's the answer I kind of anticipated, but you did the Tyler Kluver thing and gave me more than I.
It's heartbreaking. It's a heartbreaking thing because
I can see it.
And trust me, nobody. God, I know there's people who are going to listen to this and be like, "Well, clearly there was." Ask any of my teammates. Nobody took more shit from Doyle than I did, and I am his biggest defender.
Glad I asked you, Kluve.
People are vastly. Yeah, I mean, Johnny says right there, they ain't truly boys if he distanced himself. I mean, you would think, but you either ruin one career or two.
And there is something about the greater good. I mean, but we might get into this deeper next week.
I hope my ex teammates are invested their $140,000.
All right, Kluve. Have a good weekend. Happy birthday, and have a good birthday party tomorrow for that little one.
Happy birthday.
See you, buddy.
Yeah.
Bye, bud.
We want to thank everybody. Whoa. I kick Ross out. Sorry, Ross. I didn't mean to kick you out. No. We do have a couple woohoo winners. Gary, who's going to go see his daughter.
Yeah.
And Lisa, I didn't get a chance to read this one, but she didn't poop her pants. She went to a baby shower. She was driving home, thought she was going to poop her pants, and she said she screamed the whole time, "Don't poop my pants, don't poop my pants," and she made it. She didn't poop her pants.
Lisa. Congratulations, Lisa.
It's the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive.
Start spreading the news, 'cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end, unless you're just loitering. It's Central City. We can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City. All this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
Hi, Noel from Fiscus Jewelers. Thinking about popping the question? Take their breath away with a diamond you can trust. Rare and forever natural diamonds. Thoughtfully selected and pre-screened using advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together. Our experienced team is here to help you create something truly meaningful. And let's not forget about the guys. We proudly offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Summer's gonna sizzle at Shields. It's Shields' 3rd annual Grill Fest, June 13th in our front parking lot. Check out national and local vendors and shop the best brands in the business, including Yoder, Traeger, Blackstone, Rectech, and lots more. Get great tips from the top vendors and Shields experts and munch on free samples. Donate a non-perishable item to the Food Bank of Iowa at our event and receive a free bottle of seasoning or sauce at Shields' 3rd annual Grill Fest, June 13th from 11 to 4 in our front parking lot at Shields in West Des Moines.
The best bread is made from scratch, freshly baked with locally sourced ingredients and love. At Big Sky Bread, we take great pride in our delicious products. We know you'll enjoy them almost as much as we enjoy baking them. Try our newly rebranded granola. Specially handmade, our amazing granola makes for a delightful treat. You can order online, purchase at local grocery retailers, or find us at the downtown Des Moines Farmers Market every Saturday. We look forward to serving you.
This is Josh Romick, Service Manager at Willis Lexus. Over time, carbon and deposits build up in your fuel system, clogging injectors and reducing performance. A fuel system service cleans out all that buildup. That's why we're offering our summer travel special with 15% discount on all fuel system services. If you want your vehicle to drive like it did when it was new and prevent problems before they start, a fuel system service is a preventative step. Give us a call to schedule or visit us online at willislexus.com.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire, a front row tickets to every show millionaire, a hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you could change your life for life. Play today.
Your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
Coming up now, Travis, Ross, and at least one opinion that will get somebody mad online.